Okay, this is lesson 3 in the angles unit. More equations on vertical and linear pairs. The homework that goes with it is page 5 and 6. All right, vertical angles. What is the fact we know about vertical angles from yesterday's lesson, guys? They are congruent. They are congruent, which means they equal each other. So, vertical angles. Look what my little equation is. The first one equals the second one. That's how you write an equation. What do we know about linear pairs? If I draw a picture like this, bingo bango. What do I know about these two angles if they are a linear pair? They add up to 180. So look at our equation. They add up to 180 degrees. So look, here I'm going to say first angle equals the second angle in vertical. In a linear pair, the first angle plus the second angle equals 180. Now, I like this lesson because not only does it teach us about angles, but it is a great review about solving equations. Now, I am going to start to use some terminology, and we're going to use it every single day. Look at this example right here. Here's our first angle. Here's our second angle. What is the angle relationship between those two angles? They are called what? What is the name of those angles? These two angles are vertical. And what do we know about vertical angles? They are congruent or the same. So, won't this equal this? So my equation is going to be 2x plus 4 equals 100. Write the equation. Write the equation. They are vertical. We know that vertical angles are congruent, so this equals that. Solve it. What do I do? Tell me what to do, Lucas. Correct. So 2x equals 96. And then what do I do? Mariah. X is 48. Done. All right. Take a look at this picture right here. Bingo, bango. What are those two angles? What is the angle relationship? What are these angles called? Adjacent doesn't give me a relationship. They are a what? They are a linear pair. Guys, get it through your head. Adjacent just means they are next to each other. It doesn't tell us about the relationship. The relationship is they are a linear pair. When you say the word linear, you know that these two angles do what? How are they related? Jordan. They add up to 180. Jordan said it. So there's how you write your equation. 5x plus 115 equals 180. Do you see that equation? Did you write it down? That's what goes through your head. Hey, they're a linear pair. What do I know about linear pairs? They add up to 180. So 5x plus 115 equals 180. How do I solve this, guys? What do I do, Lucas? Correct. Subtract 115 from both sides. So 5x equals, what is that? 65? Then what do I do? Michaela? Correct. And what do I get? X is 13? Okay. Look at this last one right here. What is the angle relationship of those two angles? The location. What are those two angles called to each other? Aiden. What are these two angles called? No, they start with a V. They are across from each other. They are vertical. What do we know about vertical angles? They are, somebody say it, congruent. What does congruent mean, Aiden? They do not add up to 180 unless they are a linear pair. They are what to each other? Equal. They are equal to each other. They are congruent. Got to learn that. So, Aiden, tell me what the equation is going to be. Say this. Correct. Correct. Good. How do I solve this? Michaela. Add 35 to both sides. Guys, I need 100% focus from everybody. 3x equals 165. Divide both sides by 3, and I get x is what? 53? Oh, 55. Trying to divide in my head. It didn't go so well. Okay. Aiden, I'm gonna get you on this one again. Look at these two angles. What are they called? Are they vertical or do they form a line? Okay. What do we know about vertical angles, Aiden? Correct. So what will the equation be? Stop. That's a 5. 5x correct. Very good. Divide both sides by 5. X is 9. Okay. What are these two angles called? These are what? What is this? That's a line. What are they called? These are a linear pair. What do we know about linear pairs? How many degrees in a straight line? They add up to 180. So tell me what the equation is for this one. No, add up to 180 plus equals, there you go. Do you see the difference now? I have your attention. So on this left side, we need to simplify first. What is 3 plus 77? Okay, so I'm going to get 3, or I'm sorry, I wrote that wrong. 4x plus 80 equals 180. Subtract 80 from both sides. 4x equals 100. Divide both sides by 4. X is 25. Okay. Who am I going to call on here? Haven, tell me what these two angles are called. Are they this or are they vertical? They are a linear pair. What do we know about a linear pair? They add up to 180. So, Haven, give me the equation to solve for x. Awesome job. Okay, they are a linear pair. The relationship is they add up to 180. Who can tell me what the next line will look like when we simplify this left side? Nathan. Awesome job. So x plus x is 2x. 58 plus 21 is 79. Nathan did a great job combining like terms. Subtract 79 from both sides. 2x is 101. Do we start freaking out? No, we do not. Not everything in this world works out to be a whole number. Divide both sides by 2, and I get x is 50.5. That is a perfectly acceptable answer. All right. This one is tricky. Now, I've got up here X and I've got Y. Who can give me what? It's on the bottom of the same page. Who can give me one equation that I could use to solve for X? I'm going to write here, solve for X. There are two options. Give me one of them. Mariah. Say it again. Awesome job. 2x plus 2 equals 130. Mariah used the fact that those two angles are what to each other? What are these called? Vertical, and we know that vertical angles are congruent or equal. So that's one. Who could give me another equation that I could use to solve for X? Michaela. No. For X. You cannot include Y in this. We don't know how to solve an X and a Y. To solve for X, Lawrence. Yeah, well, that's the same thing as that. That's the same thing as that. Nathan. These two do not equal each other. What do these two angles do? So give me an equation that those add up to 180, Mariah. Awesome. Mariah did both of these. Look, she used these two angles because they are vertical. So 2x plus 2 does equal 130 using the vertical angle relationship. And then, see where I drew this? Aren't these two angles a linear pair? This angle and this angle are linear pairs. Doesn't a linear pair add up to 180? So 2x plus 2 plus 50 equals 180. Now, watch what happens. If I solve this first equation, subtract 2, I get 2x equals 128. Divide by 2, x is 64. And then we go, well, yeah, but Miss Terizzi, what's happening over here? Well, let's see. In this equation, I'd have to combine like terms. So 2x plus 52 equals 180. Subtract 52 from both sides. And I get 2x is, oh my goodness, 128. Divide both sides by 2. X is 64. All right. Who can give me, I'm going to change color. Solve for Y. Now, Michaela, can you give me, I'm going to erase this blue line, one equation that I can use to solve for Y? 3y minus 10 equals 50. What relationship did you use to write that equation? What are these two angles called? They are vertical angles, and vertical angles are equal or congruent, right? Who can give me the other equation? Lucas. Awesome job, Lucas. Awesome job. Because aren't these two a linear pair? They add up to 180. Either way, you're going to get, I'm going to solve this one real quick. I'm not going to solve them both. 3y equals 60, so y is 20. Do you guys understand the two different types of equations? All right. Let me get